Hi, I'm Philip Stott.
Well, hello, Mr. Stott. I'm Dave Bailey, also known as the Simple Skeptic. Welcome back, folks. It's a pleasure to be with you. Sorry I haven't done a video in a few weeks, but you're spared looking at my face. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that little bell. You'll be notified every time a new video comes out. And hit the like or unlike button, but a like would be preferred. Philip Stott. I feel a bit uneasy, or I felt a bit uneasy at first doing a video about this guy because he just seems like a nice old guy, you know, everybody's grandfatherly type. But when you get into what he says, he's more like a crazy uncle and not one of the good ones.
I've always been passionately interested in science. I had a hard time deciding what I should study formally, but chose applied science since, as with most things in life, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I've done further studies and research in pure sciences and applied mathematics at 3 different universities. I've been a faculty member at 3 universities, and I've given invitation lectures at many institutions, including the Russian Academy of Sciences and the European Centre for Nuclear Research.
Okay, so you've got some academic credentials. I've got no reason to believe they're not legitimate, but how does that necessarily translate into what you're going to discuss? Which I presume is God?
Until I was 33, I was an ardent atheist.
An ardent atheist. I always get a little skeptical when I hear somebody say that. I'm not saying he's wrong. I have no reason to doubt what he says. I'm not going to call him a liar. But in my experience in this world, there's not many atheists who suddenly turn to religion. There's a lot who turn the other way. But there's very few atheists, at least if they have any legitimate convictions in that area and know something about science and evolution and so forth. There are very few, in my experience, who actually become religious and start believing in a God.
But a group of Christians started praying for me. Things started happening. And after 18 months of stunning God incidences, the Creator revealed to me the truth about Jesus Christ.
So some people prayed for you, and the truth about Jesus was revealed. Interesting. If you're as passionate about science as you claim, here was a chance for you to do some scientific investigation into one of the more fundamental questions that many people have. I don't, but many do. The possibility of the existence of a supernatural influence in the universe. In this case, God, exemplified by Jesus. A second question that you could have investigated is the veracity of the Christian religion in particular, and why it is allegedly the one true religion. You could also have entered into a collaboration with other fields of science, such as neurology, to see if the revelation was real or a product of your mind. I find it interesting as well that you said that it was revealed to you, I presume, in some sort of supernatural revelation. You made no indication at all that it was scientific investigation that led you to it, even though you are a scientist. But it seems that you just took the acetylcholine reaction in your brain and ran with it, happy as a drunk that you have been saved for eternity by some unproven force.
My life changed, and I began to see everything, including science, from a different standpoint.
You began to see everything from a different standpoint? Science only has one standpoint, a search for how the universe works. A person might have a standpoint on their opinion of science and its discoveries, but that has no real bearing on the process required to do the job. Opinions and feelings may influence how an individual approaches science, but if the scientific method is adhered to, without bias, it will bring them to the same conclusions as if it were carried out by anyone else. That's the way science works. You follow the evidence trail.
In this series, I want to share with you the marvels of science from both perspectives.
Both perspectives. That's fine by me. If you can present evidence for a supernatural influence, let's hear it. Let's see it. Got any pictures? Autographs? But I suspect that you will, like all creationists, simply indulge in the false dichotomy fallacy, attacking evolution without replacing it with anything other than faith. We're going to take a look at your second video another time, but I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go. Now, folks, the time you've all been waiting for. At the end of each video, I'm going to be putting a little screen capture up of creationist talking points, questions, attacks, whatever, that are just mind-bogglingly silly. And I'll leave them up long enough for you to read them and be amused. And maybe you can comment on them in the comments. Have a nice day.